Hey, hey, it's Thursday. I know you feel blessed and refreshed. I'm back with another one. And today, I have an inspiration for you. There is power in prayer, there is deliverance in prayer, there is understanding in prayer. At some point of my life, for a long time, I didn't pray like I was supposed to pray. I didn't wake up every morning giving God glory. I didn't call on him throughout the day. I didn't pray to him before I went to bed at night to protect me from whatever might come against my way. So at some point, especially when life was really good, I didn't acknowledge God at all. I didn't acknowledge him until pressure got so bad that I thought I was going to lose all control. And then I started calling God, "Help, please help." At some point, I had to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. And I just had to be done with that. So today's encouragement is the same. Just letting you know that you don't have to wait until the breaking point to pray to God. We want to pray to God in the middle of things. We want to pray to him and ask him to keep us from doing something crazy, from saying something crazy, from not showing up in a loving and kind way. If we involve God earlier in the process before things get to be crazy and at 100, then more than likely he's going to help us bring it back down to a 2. But that's only if we put him at the beginning of that thing. So a lot of times there's a lot of things that try to come up against us and try to make us stop. But we also have those signs that are telling us to keep going. Well, which one are we going to pay attention to? Are we going to give into our fear and just give up? Or are we going to pray to God to be bold and courageous so that we can get to the next best thing instead of walking away from it? So if you think, like I used to think, that Sundays, going to church on Sundays was just going to bring the word and help deliver you from whatever you've done throughout the week, then unfortunately you've got it all wrong. It's actually not right, and it's not fair to the pastors of these churches who come and actually do study and pray to God and have that intimate relationship with God. And then we come and just think that one day is just going to solve it all. We have to know that we can bring God our problems as soon as we have a problem. We can bring God our excitement and our joys and our happiness at the time that we have that, instead of going to, pour it out on somebody else who is not excited for you, or instead of putting all your problems on somebody who just simply can't take all that because they got their own problems. And if we keep praying to him and bringing us our problems and our thoughts and our worries and our anxieties and all those things that are negative, then we should know that he's going to deliver us because we have that faith. So at this point, I'm praying about everything and anything and all things, because if you do, then we just know that the situation is just going to be better. So what I also just realized for myself, which is kind of funny, is that you don't necessarily have to be in a quiet place with your eyes closed, with your hands raised, or with your head bowed or raised to talk to God. You could talk to him in your head. Really? Now we have no reason not to combat the enemy. If we're in the middle of a panic attack, we don't want to wait until the last minute when we're right in the middle of that panic attack to start praying. We want to pray so that we can calm ourselves before we get to that point. And if we involve God in the process, then He's always going to make it better. We could even pray angry. We could, not, I'm not saying pray angry at God, but we could pray to Him like, man, this person it really made me mad, God. I done really lost all control now. I done got my blood boiling. He's gonna be happy that you came to Him in prayer. He gonna be like, where you been? Why you just now coming to me? I've been waiting on you. Immediately, you will feel at peace. So from now on, try to give your battle to Christ and really believe that your heart and your mind can just be peaceful by praying without ceasing. Now remember also that the enemy doesn't attack once, he comes back. He keeps coming back. And he just feels like his force is even more strong every time he come back. The depression, the feeling unworthy, or any of those negative thoughts, all that is the enemy. And he's trying to keep us down. And he doesn't want us to pray. He doesn't want us to be strengthened. He's coming to us and attacking us while we're weak. So don't miss the message because of the messenger. I mean, God is sending messages through everybody, through everything nowadays. He's given us all type of signs. Do we really have the faith? That's probably what I should have titled this video. Do you really have the faith? So if the enemy attacks one way and it doesn't work because you have your faith and you don't give in, but the enemy comes back and tries to attack again, but again, you have God and you know that you've been praying and that you know that you're not going to let the enemy in, then you just came to your own understanding. You just brought yourself some peace because the enemy thought that he could win. He thought he could come right back and do that same thing again and get you all crazy. But nope, because you've been praying. If you can't sleep, if you're having bad dreams, that's the enemy. The enemy can fight you while you sleep. So what's happening is if you're not praying to God and you're having these bad dreams and you can't sleep and the enemy is attacking you and things like that at night, and the enemy is seeing that it's getting to you, he's going to come and do the same thing to everything attached to you. The kids, they acting out. They're not being obedient. They talking back. Our spouse they might not want to be bothered. We don't know why. All those things. The enemy is attacking everything and everybody around you. But if you pray and pray without ceasing, he will flee. God wants us to take back over our life. The enemy thinks you're the same old person that you used to be. They think that based on where you come from and where you've been and what happened to you, that you automatically gonna fall into this trap. I said they, like the enemy is, no, just the enemy. God stacks the odds against us. We are making things happen, y'all, the right way, just by praying. And because God is making ways and He's doing things, we're not boastful. We're not, trying to be a show off. We're trying to help people, right? Because we know that this love from God is not ending. It's continuous. And prayer is just one of the acts. So keep on praying. And if you don't pray that much, go ahead and start praying some more because things Things are happening now. Things are getting big now. Remember that God is strong in your weakness, and you don't have to agree with the enemy any longer. Now is the time to listen to what God is saying. I pray that you be encouraged. Please leave me a comment. Let me know what you think. Stay humble, stay encouraged, stay you. That's it. That's all. As always, remember, be true to yourself. Because if you can't be true to yourself, you can't be true to nobody else. Bye bye.